What's good, Connor? What's good, Johnny? What's good, Juicy Beans? Good, Curtis, Kendo, Mark, Angel, Roddy, Sergio, what's up? Hadri, what's up? What's good, Josh? What's good, Abdullah? How do you detect edge decay in your strategy? How do you tell decay apart from variance? Good question. I don't. I'm sorry, you're good, bro. What's good, Condor? What's good, Christian? I'm good, man. Had a good sleep. Kitty? What the hell is Kitty, bro? What's good, Rubes? What's up, Thomas? Bullish or bears? The game plan's right here. If your under strategy were to underperform, no. Most of the time, it's not my strategy underperforming. It's just me. Um, I'll tell you why I don't believe in that. Not that much I don't believe in that decay and variance. It's more that the edge is the risk management and the money management. That's the edge. It's not the actual CIC that I'm taking. Although obviously you can get like high probability trades with like good confluence. What keeps me profitable is not the model; it's the risk management. I feel like I haven't seen you in a minute. How'd the surgery go? Surgery went well. My vision is recovering. It's not 2020 yet, but they said it will be. I'm gonna copy your trades and pass my alpha futures eval. Good luck, man. I'm trying to mark equilibrium of the zone. Do I take from the 4-hour gap higher or the bottom? Depends what zone you're trying to mark. Which zone? I would mark this out. If it was me. Did I execute any trades yesterday? Yesterday we took 2 trades, 1 loss, 1 win. We ended up on the day. I reckon a versus the downside could occur. It could. Hey, where's my game plan? It could. I won't be favoring that personally, but it definitely could. I think Tuesday low of week is a lot more probable than Wednesday high of week. Bias is bullish. This is NQ, yes. I'm also bullish, but there's a 4-hour bearish SMT. Or, yes, there is. What are the longs just play straight into the imbalance? Yeah, exactly. Great drawn liquidity. I'm in the zone we're in right now because I want to look for discount P3s in order to long if price opens. I also want to look for longs. And from discount PDRs. I'm going to probably be looking at opening range gap, as well as this sell side pool at 8:30, this sell side pool at 7:30, maybe that 15-minute gap. And if we get nothing, it may just be like 9:30. We get a new range, and we look for a discount of that range. I'm going to be honest, like it kind of sucks how we expanded a lot. I'm going to be off my personal funds today. I'm not going to be trading my personal funds. This is why. Previous day's high is a strong draw, but how do you know when we have a smaller big org? This is going to be a big org because, well, you can just tell, right? This is where we finished yesterday, all the way down here, and we're trading right here right now. So we're going to have like a 300-point org, maybe 200. Why bullish when there's a bullish and bearish SMT? I will never be bearish because of an SMT. I don't even want to hear bias and SMT in the same sentence. What's good, David? What's up, Dean? Can you explain why? SMT doesn't mean the market is going to go lower. That's not how it works. There are thousands of SMTs that fail every single day. It would make no sense to say, oh, we have SMT, I think it's going to go down. No. It doesn't mean we're bearish. It could go lower. Sure. Once the SMT gets put in, you could see, a retracement. Yeah, you can be bearish. I'm not here to convince anyone to be bullish. If you want to be bearish, be bearish. Yeah. Realistically, market open will probably go down. It's on the 4-hour time frame. Brother, I don't care if it's on the yearly time frame. Yearly. It doesn't matter. What matters is which direction are we likely to go. If I told you we're going to go higher, then you know exactly where price is going to go. It's going to take out this high. If I told you price is going to go lower, well, then you know. Bias first. Can you please make a single video where you explain a full trading system from bias to execution? I already have that video. It's on my YouTube channel. It's called my GEMS PO3 system. Now, if you listen, I'm not saying you can't use SMT for bias. By the way, I'm just saying me. I will never use SMT for bias. If you found success, SMT means we're bearish, and you found success being on the right side, don't let me tell you. Especially do not let me tell you. Four-hour bullish FVG, yeah, it's possible. We can come down. I'm not saying we can't come down. What I'm saying is, I think price is more likely to go here than here. Right? So my eyes are up here. By the way, I'm not saying today. But in general, I think the weekly candle will trade higher. So we just have to wait for an opportunity to get long. We may not get that opportunity. We may have to trade significantly lower, right? Morning session could do something like this. That's fine. I'll wait for that. I'd rather still wait for shorts than take a short. I'd rather wait for a long than take a short. Morning session might be bearish. It's very possible. We may move. In fact, I would prefer it move lower here before taking previous day's high, but it may not. What after daily sweep goes to London low? It can go all the way down to London low. I wouldn't expect Asia low, but London low, it's possible. I wouldn't mind London lows. I'd want to long from London lows. I wouldn't want to short to London lows because I have no idea how much this is going to retrace. It may not even retrace at all. It may just open and move higher. We may just take this low and then move higher. I don't know. So why try to, figure out how much we can go lower on shorts unless we get like a really good setup with an obvious draw. I'm better off just waiting for my long. And it may not come in the morning session. It may have to be at lunch or afternoon. Yeah, I mean, most of the time, it will move lower. Get people on the breakout, the fake breakout short, and then start going higher again. What's good, Maestro? London low and Asia higher, forming an H2 FVG that looks kind of strong. Nice. Wait for the hourly high to be swept on NQ and short to the 4-hour gap. Sounds like not a bad plan if you want that. It says NQ, yes. I suppose I can put that up there. What time is it? 9:25. I'm in longs. I entered at 24947. You may be able to hold that through. You might get stopped though. Damn, just seen PPI is canceled tomorrow. Freaking lame, bro. Yeah, it took a previous day's high. Any thoughts? May cause us to move lower a bit. How people will long when there's previously high SMT and low resistance liquidity ladder? Well, no one said long right now, right? It's not the goal. The goal is to, maybe long something like this. All right, brother, bias. I'm gonna wait for a discount long. It's pretty much the game plan. Wait for a discount long. That's a good game plan. Do you enter off IPG? Sometimes. On Bear CBH? They do that. They do that too much. Although I agree, I do think this will move lower, maybe in the opening range, first 30 minutes. Um, Anyways, let's zoom into the charts. I do think this will move lower somewhat. Like these lows, for example, like these lows are really nice and smooth. I'd say at least we get something there. Then you have sell side here, pre-market sell side. Like I would really be happy if we went down. Whoops, took out sell side here, like just straight down at 9:30, and then got a reversal in the macro. Like that would be A plus for me. That I would execute. Um. Anyways, let me open up the fundeds. I won't be trading my live account today. Unless we get an A plus long to previous day high. Like that's the only scenario I'd be willing to risk, I think. Um, because we're up pretty good on the month, and I don't want to give away profits on a day that's not going to be too clean. Yeah, you could look for it the other way around. The only difference is if we get up here, we might just run the previous day's high. Then you have to ask, like, is that it for the day? You know, like, are we going to move much after taking previous day? I'm assuming previous day's high is the main objective. Um, Anyways, let's open up the accounts. According to London and Asia lows is wrong. Brother, there's no such thing as wrong. It's not wrong. I personally don't think we'll take Asia lows. London lows is possible, but I think that's unlikely, personally. It's not even about unlikely. I would rather wait for something like this to maybe form than to take shorts. Like, it's just about that, you know? I don't want to get short because I have no idea. Like, there's no high probability draw. We may just take these lows and then move higher. We may take sell side here. We may not even go lower at all. You know, I don't know how much lower we're gonna go. I'm bullish. What I can do is wait for a high probability long, and if that forms, trust that I know exactly where it's gonna go. If it's gonna go up, it's gonna go to previous day's high, and probably daily SIBI consequent encroachment. I know it's gonna go there if it's gonna go up. If it's gonna go down, I don't know how far down it'll go because I'm bullish higher time frame. So that's the idea. Anyways, these candles are about pretty small in range. We may be able to get 3-4 macros today. I gotta remember to risk correctly on alpha. I risked incorrectly yesterday. Anyways, you guys know the drill. Any complications after surgery? Went pretty well. No complaints with surgery, and I appreciate you asking. Why does your chat rage bait you every day? I don't know. I'm gonna minimize chat right now. We're gonna lock in. You guys know the drill. Okay, very nice explosive move. I like that. That's exactly what I want to see. I want people to get in short with stops here. Smooth highs. This unfinished business right here. Unfinished business, in my opinion. Unfinished business, in my opinion. I don't want to say in my opinion. Obviously, in my opinion. Who else's opinion would? I like it when it's explosive like this. That's a good Judas swing. Now we just wait. Um, Surgery and everything is good. No complaints. Mark out our opening range gap. Oh, that's your opening range gap high. Closing price up here. Opening range gap low. We have a huge opening range gap. Closing price to opening price. We can mark out some of the quadrants. You see that 25% level aligns really nicely with sell side. 8665. You got the 50% level. I don't think we're going to get to 75, but we may. The probabilities are not there, if I'm being honest. But there's the levels annotated. Opening range gap high. This is a nice one. I see how you have the sell side aligned right there. We may be able to get a classic model short here. I don't think the risk reward will be good though, so it's not really worth it. What if we got in? We got like sensitivity here. Stop there. Nah, it's probably not worth it. I think I really like this. Heading back into that daily CB low. We are kind of decoupled right now. Sort of a red flag. The YM's going higher. S&P 500 going higher. NQ going lower. Put your hands back and wait. Not worth touching in my opinion. Large imbalance in here. Okay, now they're all synced up at least. They are all going higher. You could try to get short inside this bearish fair value gap. It's not my style. But say you shorted, you could try something like this. It's really not my style, but some of you are, this is a good draw. I just don't like that it's inside the opening range. Like it could get really up and down here. Did I take an OB here though? No, we're probably just gonna let this go. Looking at this as the main objective right now. I like that speed. Kicks out the short-term low there. Very nice speed. Should go straight to the sell side here. I want to see it like stab through, like not just wick. Like I want to see it like dive through. That would be good. We're kind of letting the first 30 minutes do its thing. Get back below the daily CB low. See if we can trade down. Again, just tape reading. Not trading this right now. Can get real choppy in the opening range, especially when you have a large move overnight, right? If you have a large move overnight, I almost always will skip the first like 30 minutes. So we're probably just going to sit here and wait for the macro. And we wait for that. Yeah, 50% Oregon lines with line and lows. Yeah, we could get there. Although the probabilities are actually not in our favor for it to get there. The probabilities are not in our favor in terms of opening range gap quadrants on opening range gaps that are over 200 points. It's actually less than 50% chance that we trade here. So, trade here before 11:30, I should say. Obviously, we could get there later on. Just reading the tape again. I want the first 30 minutes to do its thing. Surgery went well. Appreciate you for asking. I'm gonna open chat for a bit while we wait for like the macro-ish time. So if you guys have questions, that would be a good time because I'll minimize chat again, most likely. Not most likely, I will. Why does your chart rage bait you every day? I don't know. People are bored, I guess. Good haircut, thank you. 30-minute FVG with smooth buy side. Up here? Yeah, probably. If that's what you're looking at, I'm assuming. I agree. Yeah, we're just letting this do its thing. Don't want to trade the opening range. Look, it's pretty simple. When you have a huge move like this, you really don't want to trade the first 30 minutes. Sometimes going into the macro is fine. And this could deliver higher. It's fine. You know, I even said today specifically A plus only. It's not worth it. Unfinished business, it's unfinished business. Yeah. Especially with previous day's high right there. Unfinished business. This could be a good opportunity to get in short. Again, not something I would look to trade, but that's good sensitivity with speed. But, you know, we got the same thing here. So just let the opening range do its thing. I mean, Monday high? Is this Monday high? I don't know. I'm just going to put daily high. Too lazy to check. I mean, the daily FAQ, yes. If you're bearish, be bearish, man. Don't worry about me. This is the 1 minute chart. Morning routine. I wake up, stay in bed for like 15 minutes. Then I go wash my hair, make food. Pretty much it. Simple. SMT at 820, does that mean anything? I'm going to ban the word SMT from my live streams, I think. SMT only means something in the specific context that you're trading. You know, like, it's SMT. Right now, it means nothing to me. It means absolutely nothing to me. It indicates weakness on the NASDAQ, if you want some meaning there. NASDAQ's weaker than the S&P right now. Are you bullish or bearish? I'm going to wait for higher probability discount longs. The poker tournament funded next. I'm still waiting for funded next to pay me. If they do, we will run the tournament. They did say they would get it done in October. Appreciate you, Steven. Are you funded next futures affiliate? Yes. Okay, I'm going to wait this out. We're waiting for the macro, waiting for 10 a.m. Nasdaq's being nice and volatile here. S&P looks awful. I think YM probably just YM just going higher. I don't like that. In my opinion, there are no A plus setups if all three markets are decoupled. Nasdaq lower, S&P sideways, and YM's going higher. You can't have an A plus setup, in my opinion. I would view this as first presentation, but for simplicity's sake, we'll just mark it out as this imbalance. Doesn't really matter what you want to call it. It's going to be key anyways. We cook an A plus right now. A plus for you, Matt, is probably very different for me. It's all subjective. I personally don't want to see price go any lower. Like, I think this is a low. I want to see a low get put in here. Could argue a classic model long on the inversion. It's not really clean though. Yeah, you could argue it's classic long. Kind of late for a classic long. If I'm gonna say this is the low, I should wait for a CISD. It's not really a classic long. That would just be me trying to predict the CISD. Anyways, let's minimize chat. My hand is really bullish. Like, if we get the inversion here, we are syncing up higher. 27 point stop, 53. I'll watch this candle print. If we get sensitivity here, maybe we get back above the high. Like, I could get in there on the BPR. That's going to form. All right, let's try it. So I'm trying to anticipate the CISD here and the breaker formation, getting long off the inversion. And then we're looking for something like this. Let me make sure I get my stops here. Okay. So now I'm just looking for speed. I want to see if we close above here, get the CISD. That's what would confirm to me higher prices. Yeah, that's it. All stops are in. Probably should have went 2 micros unfunded next, but it's not a big deal, whatever. So I'm viewing this as a first presentation inversion. I want to see the body stay above 50% there. We are moving to the low now. Kind of a red flag. We do have a pretty large S&T with ES, although ES has buy side open still. And we get out of the trade there. So yeah, pretty much immediately lost that trade. So we're going to have to wait now if we want to get in long. It's going to have to look something like this. So we'll see if that forms. I personally don't want to see price get here. What's the percentage? It's under 50. We could get here, but I'd rather not see it get there. Because the open range gap is so large, it's not ideal. So we're going to wait for this CISD. Gonna remove this. If we can get, a big candle now, I'll enter long there again. Stop at the low, 60, yeah, around 3 micros, 2 micros probably on this one. It's gonna be a larger entry. We'll see if we get a nice candle here. I'll try again. It's kind of going fast. Might get in early here. We're gonna get in early. I clicked buy. I don't know why it didn't go through. I don't know why it's not going through. I am in on the trade. We're just gonna go with stop at the low. Do that as an OB. Sell stop. All right, so we're gonna try the same trade again. Stop at the low of the OB. I'm looking for a run to above the daily high, and we'll see what we can get. This feels really bad. I got a better fill on the accounts. Let's see if we can get that follow through towards the highs and previous day's high, or Monday's high. I don't know. This is previous day's high. Who told me this was not previous day's high? It is previous day's high. Okay, this feels not good, but we got a way better fill on the accounts. We got the CISD, so it's no rule break. even if there wasn't still a lower time frame. So I'm viewing this as a bullish order block. I'll just annotate this. Whoa. We're gonna be getting chopped up here. Damn, got smoked. We just have to watch this play out. That candle smoked us. We're just gonna have to watch this maybe. I don't think it goes higher, but it seems to be really volatile right now. I guess, there is a weakness on NASDAQ. Could have entered on ES, I suppose. Where did we enter our first trade? 941? 41? Stop loss there? Yeah, I suppose that could have been better. We definitely got tripped up in here. I mean, it is kind of sloppy. I mean, if we were bearish, we shouldn't have inversed the first presentation twice. But we did. So it's like kind of red flag. This probably goes lower. I put my eyes here. That's a huge emoji. I put my eyes there. I think it's probably going to go all the way down there. Or I'd say. We did have an SMT here, but that's going to get broken very shortly. So good narrative behind that trade, in my opinion. Well, the probability still says we're not likely to go there. I think just based on the displacement and speed, it's a very good chance we hit opening range gap 50, which would also be London low. So we'll watch this go lower. Floppy in here after sell side. We'll see if it gets here. What's the percentage chance? 40% chance. Yeah, it's a 40% chance we get here. It's pretty low. The percentage is probably higher since it's been really bearish, like strong order flow. Well, it's not really bearish. Watching this fair value gap. Watching this fair value gap as well. This one's better because of the OB. This is just one of those days where the model did not protect us. Like it did form here. Sweep the low, higher. Kind of unfortunate we got this candle. I suppose it is kind of a red flag trade though, because there's no SMT. I mean, because ES took the highs. You probably don't want to enter when ES take the highs, although ES could have went a lot higher. So we'll just see. It still could run higher, to be honest. We are inside the macro now. Like I said, there's only a 40% chance we get here. Like, that's not a statistic you want to really fade, I would say, but We'll see. I think anyone who even shorted here is probably not having a good time either. Unless you caught it to sell side. This could be the final run higher. Inside the macro. See if we can get a good fill here. Alright, I'm going to try it again. We're going to go with the stop here. I'm going to try it again, third time. This will be my last trade of the morning session. Last trade of the morning session here. Looking for the previous day's high, potentially daily CBCE. Viewing this as a breakaway. This should stay open. So I'm putting my stop at 9.2. We'll see if we can add to this if it gets some sort of continuation confirmation. I like that we don't get here. I don't like how deep we went below sell side, but if we can see the Nasdaq move higher. This will be my last trade of morning session. 950 macro. Looking for a run to the highs. From executions thus far. Could be a 3-loss morning. It's possible. I'm seeing this fair value gap. We can get through that. Should be a pretty easy run. I'll mark this out with blue. There's a volume imbalance in there, right? Yeah. And I'm looking for this to stay open. But I'm also somewhat giving it a chance. Looking for the stop at 920, lower the breaker. 920.50. If we can get a protraction model, I'll add contracts. You know, if we get something like that, we may not. We'll probably look to take it off at the daily high. Like, we'll look to get out mostly there. Probably just make back our loss. There's not much more we can do than that. Daily high sits at 44. We do get the inversion there. I'm going to bump the stop up to this inversion low, 932. 2. Okay, we do get the inversion in there. I like that. I'm gonna add one in there. And we'll just look to take off 3 at the high. I see the bullish fair value gap in here. I'm not gonna mark it, but it's there. I'm gonna remove the execution. It's kind of sloppy. I see the buy side imbalance in here. If we're really bullish, it stays open, and we just run the highs here. Unfinished business. ES is really printing. This looks like it has the potential to go. So far, good feedback from the trade. I'm going to shoot for the daily high because it's 20 points, and I think it's worth the risk. So we'll look for the daily high, then we'll look for the daily CBCE best case. If we get to 10 a.m. before then I'll project an opening range projection for 0.25 deviations, but we may not get there before 10. I want to see a run to the daily high here. I'm not. It's probably smart to take something off there if I'm being honest. I'm going to stop to the body breaker at 939. What's the yes trading into? Daily wick. I like this little buy program. I think we got to take off risk here with 2 and then 2. So I think we just hover it. Smart thing to do is just hover it. We have a -1 projection there. We'll throw this up here for a best case. I don't know. We'll leave it there for best case. Okay, we get the stab through unfinished business. Still haven't taken anything off. I'm watching just how it trades here, really. Watching the body. I don't want to be too greedy on this. We can get the daily high. That's kind of what I'm looking for. Go 3-1, make back our loss. Can't complain with that. I'm comfortable holding this, to be honest. Even if it comes back and stops me. The stop's reduced. Good risk management. I do want to give this a chance because it does look like a good trade. Positive feedback only. Did get sloppy here. We did get tripped up, but looking at that daily high. It's not like it's short-term high. Like, it's a daily level. And it looks like we'll probably get it right there. Hopefully this candle can finish the job. It hasn't offered any retracements thus far, so it very well could what's it called? It could retrace, and I think my stop should suffice any retracement. Main idea is this low is not going to get taken, at least not before 11:30, in my opinion. And I don't think we get a lunge reversal, so maybe it was a little stingy with TP there, but I really think this can spike through. In fact, like I'm even considering leaving a runner for like the day, maybe even. Small bullish fair value gap in there. We'll see if that can give us the final go. Or it retraces here. That's fine too. I'm going to take something off here. You guys can't see the execution. I took something off there because it wicked through. Had it stayed in the upper, I wouldn't. Looking at the body here, and I'm going to be, well, really best case scenario here. I'm going to take off the majority. This is unlikely. This is just me putting it up there because I don't want to see it. You know, when I take off 2 here, which is the bulk, I may just close the position manually after. Okay, see if we can get mutual executions here so everyone can see. I don't like when this shows 2 arrows, like it's so sloppy. And we get the push up into the daily high. Consolidation here is fine. I mean, besides the fact that we're kind of getting edged, it's fine. I want to see how it trades through, by the way. That's why I'm not putting a limit. I'm going to close there on funded next. Funded next, I'm closing there. Take another one off there. Can't really touch the stop yet. I think all this is fair game. Now, if you want to be aggressive, really, you could put the stop somewhere like here. But in worst case, we get stopped, we just look to re-enter. No biggie. So we made back the loss. And I closed on alpha as well, just to make back my loss. Maybe that wasn't the smartest thing to do. We are up on funded next. But I'll watch how I trade this. Like, I'm just happy to be alive, you know? Taking 2 losses, and this is sloppy in here. Happy to be alive. I'm gonna take the 3rd one there. This is a runner idea. See if we can snipe -1. I really think this has the chance to go all the way up here. But that's not, I'm not even holding out on my funded, so like I'm not gonna, no point in me demonstrating that. We'll see if we can snipe -1 or daily CBCE. Realistically, I'm already out on the funded. I should probably just close. What I do here, put the stop right here and see if it wants to give me the extra points. So stop's at my TP, basically. So if it wants to come and stop me out at my TP, that's fine. If it wants to keep going higher, great. Get an extra 17 points. We'll take it. Again, none of this was executed on my live account. What's the points here on the live? Could have got 100 point on my live. Yeah. We can get the snipe at -1. We'll probably take it off at daily CBCE. Yeah, I would take it off there. Fortunate that we took the 2 losses before, but we had the right idea in the long there. It's unfortunate. Like the model formed, I would take the. I mean, you could argue the 941 one was a red flag. Should have waited for the CISD, but it really could have formed there. I mean, this is a nice setup. Obviously, the one in the macro played out. Maybe I should have waited for the macro like I told myself I would. Could argue these are a little bit early. Price aligned very well, you can say, but time did not. So that's what I'm going to put in my journal. You know, price was right. You know, the price was right. Could not have asked any. Couldn't have asked for any more confirmation from price. Had I just waited for the macro. See, we get -1 there. Nice snipe. I like exiting most of my positions here. Can't complain. We are up on funded next, which is nice. We're up 150 bucks. And then on alpha we are down 40 bucks still. Live account we didn't touch today. That's what I'm going to put in my notes. I'll even put it right here. Price was right. Took sell side out plus 0.25 org. However, time was not. Set up after 9:45 going into 10:50 macro is the one that plays. I said 10:50 macro. It should say 9:50 macro. I think that's the key takeaway. I mean, luckily we managed to. We didn't really have to pay the price to find that out. You know, we're more than fine. That's kind of my fault. I kind of jumped the gun there. When there is a large, and if I didn't take these, I could be leaving runners right now and being very, very content. But unfortunately, I did take those early trades. And I think more importantly than catching a runner is just making back my loss from my mistake. Because it was a mistake, you know, it wasn't like I just lost a great trade. Like, it's not like I lost this one. It was, I mean, it wasn't really a mistake. I did say I was going to wait for the macro and then I didn't. Setup was really good though. So, can't really blame. The model did form. It's not like I broke any rules. And we'll see how far this can go. I like this up here. That's a best case scenario for me. Again, if I didn't take those losses prior, this is something I would look for. It's not something I'm going to look for after I take 2 losses. Makes sense. I like that we didn't trade to opening range gap 50%. I'm going to put a note there. Low probability chance that we trade to 0.50. Right? And that's kind of the main narrative portion of this trade is we shouldn't really be coming all the way down here. See what chat's saying. If you take a loss and then win, you win up the other. I won't trade the morning session again. I mean, I don't think anyone could trade the morning session anymore, to be honest. I think it's gone. If you charted correctly, we would have. No, we didn't sweep London lows. Your annotations are wrong. How does your live not get shadow banned? I always get the notification. I don't know. Did you just shut off the IFEG? Yep, 15, 30 seconds CISD is there. I don't want to argue with you, bro. You do you. Don't worry about me. I entered long at the same time as then you got stopped out and it went up. Yep, I also went long and got stopped out twice, actually. Only the third time played out. You know? Only the third one played out for me. Have you noticed that most of the time the market wants to be bullish? If we made a bearish candle 15-minute time frame, we take out the low, then delivery up. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what happened. That's why I said specifically set up after 9:45 going into 9:50 macro. Took the trade also. GG, nice dog. You were so deep in denial you can't ever question for a second you might be wrong. You want to know why? Because I have 7,000 backtested trades and 2 years of live market experience. So if you think I'm going to trust placeholder_7 in my TikTok chat, you are very heavily mistaken. Very heavily mistaken, brother. Got edge 3 ticks, could have caught the whole move from the bottom. That's unfortunate. Like it's not stubbornness. I have seen this. I've seen more Nasdaq markets than probably the whole TikTok chat combined, bro. I don't think anyone has nearly as much 9:30 to 11:30 experience ever. You know. Also, we definitely did not take London lows. I don't know what you're talking about. That's not even like experience. That's just your definition of London is different than mine, which is fine, bro. I'm not here to argue which is actually London. But don't try to tell me that London I've been using is wrong. Um, did it play out the third time because of the macro? I'm not gonna say it played out because of the macro, but you have to ask yourself, out of the three setups, which one is the best? It's the third one. Ninth one in the 950. I even said to myself I shouldn't trade before the macro. And then I saw it. I jumped the gun a little bit too early. Were they A plus? I'd argue the second trade was very A plus. I think that's a very A plus setup. So, but the first one I probably could have avoided. The second one was clean. The second one was an A plus trade. I would have been mad at myself if I didn't take the second one. The first one you can argue I jumped the gun. Yeah, I agree with you guys there. I'm not gonna admit differently. The first one I jumped the gun. Is it a bad trade? No, I don't think it's a bad trade. It could have got quick in there, but it is good to wait for the 15-minute candle to close. I understand this concept. First one was definitely weaker. I should have waited, probably. It's kind of hindsight, but I took the first one as well. Not bad, but not the best. Yeah. Were you bullish today? I was bullish today. I took the second one in my car, then parked to go inside and missed the third. It happens, bro. But the third one was the best for sure. Third one was the best. It's kind of unfortunate. Like the model failed us on the first two. I mean, the first one. I'm gonna be honest. The first one did a very aggressive entry, 30-second. Why were you bullish? I will talk. Why was I bullish? Just because order flow was really bullish going into 9:30. Why did the third one play out? Listen, don't try to figure out why the third one played out. Don't. That's not the right way to think about it. Ask yourself which one of them is the highest probability. The third one. The third one is the highest probability because of the macro, because the first 15 minutes is open. The longer after the first 30 minutes, the better. You don't want to. I even said it today. Like I even said I won't trade the opening range. And I'm not gonna lie, this is inside the opening range. So it kind of just me going back on my word, to be honest. I kind of just forgot. Yeah, third one's the highest probability, exactly. Yep, I took all the setups on live. I mean, I've been live the whole time. Could this be a silver bullet setup? Yeah, you could look for a silver bullet setup. It'd be better than the first trade, probably. You could very well. I'll sit here and tape read with you guys. If we get something like this, you could look for the daily Civi high. That's a lot of movement for one day. No, I didn't touch my live account today. I was considering, because I did have it open, and that third one looked really good. Just wasn't comfortable risking, to be honest, on my live account. So you don't trade macro? What do you mean don't trade macro? What do you think went wrong? Nothing went wrong. I think we're just a little bit early of an entry. It could have played out, though. You know, I've taken trades like this that have played out many times. I just think it was. I guess it happens. This is what you get when you trade the 1 minute chart. You know, you got to be nimble like this. That's why I don't risk that much on my fundeds, because sometimes this happens. Sometimes it's the third one that plays for me. If you risk more, well, you can't afford to take these losses. I can afford to take these losses. You know, it doesn't hurt my account at all. Even if I lost the third one, I'm only going to be down like 400 on the day on my accounts. That's very, very manageable for me. You know, if you're risking way more, you probably lost these two trades and you felt like shit. You were like, I'm fucked. My account's fucked. I was bullish from the start. Yeah, I wanted to see this unfold. I even said I wanted to long from here. Yeah, risk management is important. So if you're the type of person that risks more, it's fine, but you got to take the best setups only. You know, I don't do that to myself. I prefer to risk less and take more trades, because I don't like missing moves that I call out. Like that's me. Can you look at? Let me search it up on my phone. I'll let you know. You make a little recap. I will do a full video. Okay, I'll do a little recap. The idea is simple. Okay, the main narrative here, why I was bullish. Let's go here. It's pretty simple why I was bullish. It's so bullish going into open, I don't want to fight that order flow. All I have to do is find a high probability long. Why do I not expect it to come here? I'll tell you guys why. Believe it or not, Asia, in fact, not Asia, pre-Asia, between this time window right here, I'm going to give you guys thoughts. Some of you are not listening right now. Listen, this time window right here, from 18 to 20, listen, has the highest probability chance of forming the low of day. So I do not expect Asia low to get taken today. I know that much for sure. Could it have come to midnight? Yeah. Could it have taken London? Yeah, it could have. But let's build narrative on this. So we're bullish because I'm not expecting Asia low to get taken. And I'm definitely not expecting previous day's low to get taken because, well, my eyes are up here. Previous day high. And like I said, on the daily chart, my eyes are up here. Not here, not here, here. I think it's going to go here. Why? Because the daily chart power of 3. I'm not expecting, think about it like this. I'm bullish on the week. I want to trade in the direction of the weekly candle. I don't want to trade moves that go like this down. Like I don't expect this move down. If the move down is going to happen, then I'm saying this low is going to get taken. You know, I'm trying to be a part of this move that's going to, you know, likely draw towards these highs. So let's build on that narrative. Going into open, we have the Asia low. And like I said, that's the highest probability chance for low of day. The highest probability chance of low of day right here. Okay. With that being said, now all we have to do is find a high probability discount long. Let's build narrative now. Okay. I already told you guys this level right here, org 50%. 40%. In fact, it's less. But let's just say 40%. There's a 40% chance. Okay. 40% chance that we trade to opening range gap 0.5 before 11:30. 40% chance, that's an edge. That's what we call an edge. That's, you have a 60% chance that we're not going to come here. Look how close we came and we didn't come here. And then we get the confirmation of longs. That's 60%. That's most likely we're seeing this narrative play out where we're not likely to come down here. Why are we not likely to come down here? Because opening range gap is massive. It's very massive. And I'm bullish. So it's massive. We're bullish. We've taken out sell side. We traded to 0.25, which, by the way, to my knowledge, I think is like 65% chance. Something like that. Don't quote me on that one. I'll give you guys the numbers now. That's like a 65% chance of getting hit. So everything's aligned. Now we're inside the macro. Now we have a first presentation inversion. After all these confluences, I already talked about unfinished business here. Why is this unfinished business? If we're bullish, you want to see run on liquidity. You don't want to see wicks on liquidity. You want to see run on liquidity like this, right? We talked about daily CBCE. If we're bullish, we don't want to see bearish gaps not get 50% touched, right? That's why my final partial is there at 50%. And if we're really bullish, you want to see the full gap get closed in, right? Which is why I have a best case scenario right here at daily CB high. That's a lot of movement for one day, but that's the narrative, you know? Yo, Gatie, think trade. Tell me what you think of the trade. How do you draw your opening range gap? I have a video on that. I would do it. What is 1630 macro? 1630 is not a macro. I have a full video on opening range gap. I would watch that video. It's a very quick video. What do I think of shorts? It would be a retracement short idea. I didn't even have my bias set up. Just showed very strong for longs. I need your bias knowledge. That's okay. I mean, I share my bias every day. Been right. I'm pretty good when it comes to direction. Sometimes I get the timing wrong. But I'm almost always get the direction right, I'd say. How was your bias long? Oh man, I just explained it all. You missed it. I'm gonna be honest, bro. Gotta check your trade chat. Let me know what you think of my trade. All right, we can review some trades. Should we do that? Should we review people's trades? You might enter long. I like the consolidation. You can find an entry. I wouldn't say it's A+, but you can find a good entry in here. It's a good risk to reward. What you can do in a situation like this, because you're looking for a pretty good target, let's just say, I don't know where you'd enter long. Let's just say you got in something like this. Okay. This is a 4.5 hour trade. Don't risk the full amount. If you risk like 1 micro, 2 micros, if it breaks above the high, for example, add a contract or add more risk then, because it's a 4.5 hour trade. Like, you don't need to go full risk. If you can easily get 1 to 2 R if you just wait. It's probably not worth going full risk to start the trade. You said check trading chat. Okay, we'll check trading chat. Let's see what you guys. I'll tape read along here with you guys. I wouldn't take anything yet personally, but 5. I mean, there is an SMT down there, so it is possible. I prefer there to be no SMT. Ross, on gold. We detected inactivity during your live stream. How's that even possible, bro? Hella active. Okay, let's check out Ross's trade on gold. This is Ross's trade on gold. I ain't gonna lie, but you showed me everything. Okay. I like it below 930 at midnight, and you're bullish. If you're the type to break even early, that's good. I don't like the break even there because I think it could have traded into here and still played out. But you are right in the sense that this should be a breakaway. Breaker. I don't know where your stop was, so I'm not sure how good the trade was, but looks like a pretty good trade, man. You probably could have aimed for more. I feel like I don't know what the gold chart looks like, but you probably could have aimed for more. I think you cut yourself short on a really good trade there. I don't know where you're aiming for this high right here. I say that's low-hanging fruit. Maybe you have a consistency rule you want to follow. Probably could have aimed for more. Is this in Discord? Yeah, I was looking at his trade in the Discord. Appreciate you, Only Man fan. Yeah, exactly. It's pretty much what it was. Just opening range gap studies that I have done, and then higher time frame and order flow. Look at mine. Sure, I'll look at anyone's trade. Can I just do trade reviews? Can you get on Nasdaq? What do you think on the next 2 hours? I think this is the main drop. I think you listened to your YouTube when you said aim for a max 1 to 2. Oh, you just need to pass? Yeah, valid then, bro. Valid. Are we gonna get a video for today live? You go long because IFG just? Yeah, pretty much. Order flow is bullish. We're in a market maker buy model higher time frame and market maker buy model lower time frame. Correct. As long as price stays above ES on previous day's high and NQ, this reclaimed FEG was as your support. Yep. Yeah, very nice. You took one loss, no entry on the second. That's valid. How do I trade opening range gaps? Or did I say opening ranges? I'm just using probabilities. I'm assuming this is Isaac, right? I'm using the probabilities. I know that if the gap is over 200 points, there's around a 60% chance we get to 0.25. So I know as a trader who wants to go long today, ideally I wait for that. I also know there's a really good chance that pre-market sell side gets taken. That's like 70%. So the fact that we have opening range 25 and sell side right here, I know there's a really good chance we trade here, right? So I know that one. That's why I said I don't want to go long unless we take this. Once we took this, I said, okay, we could go lower. It's possible. But this is where I'm starting to potentially look. We're at a point. Why do I like this longs here specifically? Because the next opening range gap level, I know that there's only a 40% chance we hit it. And it's probably even more than 40% chance. Because I ran the statistic for gaps above 200 points. And today's gap was like 300 points, I believe. So I'm going to go ahead and assume that it's even larger than 200. Therefore, ICT says there's a 70% chance. Yeah, ICT was not giving you the full picture. When the gap is over 200 points in the last 15 years, using the NASDAQ, 40% chance. How about this? Not even in the first 30 minutes. I'm talking about the first 2 hours of market open. From 9:30 to 11:30, that whole 2 hour window, there's only a 40% chance we reach 50%. How about that? ICT is 30%, 60% statistic, which by the way is not 70%. It's possible I coded incorrectly. I think it's more likely that he used data that was kind of outdated. It's more 60% of the time we reach opening range gap 50%. Maybe he excluded gaps over 100 points. If so, then it's kind of an irrelevant statistic, in my opinion, I guess. Not really, but I can confirm he's wrong. You know, I ran the statistic myself multiple times. 60% is still a lot. 60% is still an edge. And like I said, he could have maybe said like not including above 100. I know he said it recently, but I'm saying his number might be from data that's from far back. Do you think he's continuously updating his? He's been trading for 35 years. I don't know when he got that statistic. ICT. Talking about ICT. But I have a statistic that says 60%. I tried to join the Discord. You just gotta click open in browser. That's why. Don't have the busy CE line closely with the daily quadrants. Yeah, I had that open too. I mean, not on this chart, but I was looking at that last night. Mostly because people thought his concepts don't work on gold. I've traded his concepts with gold and backtested them with gold. They definitely work with gold. I just have to join the Discord. Yeah, you just gotta open in browser. Are you in the Discord with TurboTrades? I don't know who that is. So are we thinking that price must go up? Right now? I think it's, I mean, I wouldn't short, personally. I remember him saying something like that where it's a really big gap, you can disregard. Yeah, exactly. It's a big gap, you disregard the 70%. But I'm going to be honest. Like, that's a really, I feel like he should emphasize that more. If there's a 50-point gap, yeah, of course we're going to get 50%, you know? You think ICT counts are more effective on NQ than gold? It's not that they're more effective. It's that gold is more manipulated. ICT says 60% is for like 100 point less or gaps. Over 100 point gap is more likely to continue. That would be incorrect, at least with my findings. The bigger the gap, the more unlikely it is to reach 50%. Check DD, do a trade recap of people trades. We can do some trade recap. Do you guys want to post your trades and I'll... Okay. You got in long on this candle. I really like this trade. Pre-market sell side long. Listen, I'm going to give you guys sauce. Pre-market sell side to pre-market buy side is like the most beautiful textbook trade. It's such a high probability chance. Pre-market sell side to pre-market buy side, like it's just beautiful. If you ever take a trade from pre-market sell side to pre-market buy side, you're so set. Like you're so set. The range is 7 to 930. If those liquidity pools are open from 7 to 930, it's such a good trade. Like it really is just such a high probability trade. Even if it's a range day, even if your bias is wrong, I might even make a model that's automatic. That if both sides are open and I get like a CISD, I'll trade it to the other side every time. I like this. This is a great trade, Abdul. I took the same trade. I think that was an A+ trade. Below 830, 25 org, not likely to come down here. The only thing I'd say is, in terms of your day, is if you only allow yourself one trade, then you did perfect today. You go journal that you did perfect today. If you allow yourself more than one trade, I think you got to take that second one too. Because the second one is the same as the first one. If the first one's A+, the second one's also A+. You might as well take the second one too. Stop loss placement. If it was a stop loss placement issue, that's good. But it looks like you had targets that are really high. So you would have had really good risk to reward, you know? If you had to take one less contract, even me, I entered less contracts, but I added on the winner. I added right here inside the fair value gap. And that's why I made my loss back. If I didn't add, I would be down on funded next. Yeah, we are up on the day. How does first presentation work? I understand the markout and etc. Just like anything, you use it in narrative and context. Right? When it's likely to go up, you want to see it be respected. You never made a video on trailing drawdown. I'm gonna post a video on risk management right after live stream. Although it doesn't really cover live trailing drawdown. There was not an inverse on MNQ. Try to do all your analysis on NASDAQ mini, not micro. I sent mine from yesterday's Trump. Okay. We could review some more trades. Let's do this one next. Okay, price tapped into new week opening gap and reverse from an IFG above M1 glass sell side to get hit, order block formation, enter that it formed. Took big partial side first presented, runner to first. Okay, this is yesterday's, right? I like the partial in first presentation, understanding that you may be wrong. So I like that a lot. Although we ran so much, whoever took this trade, and that's first present, I really like the partial in there. Personally, I really like that partial because you could have been wrong, in my opinion, and that's a really good partial. And maybe if you want to get extreme, you add right here after we inversed it and then pushed above. That would have been a really good adding. So you could potentially look in that. I'm going to post a video right after this live stream that talks about adding positions and reducing your stop losses. It's all about risk management. Quadrants aligning are so random. Breakaway gap, suspension block. Yeah, great trade. You got in on the inversion. Very good. Yeah. This is a trade you'd want to leave runners, like the new day opening gap overlap. Nice. Yeah, very clean. Opening range gap levels. Quadrant levels of the wick you have annotated. It all aligns right there. When you have stacking levels like that, that's good. I'm supposed to send here. All right, let's see what you got here. This is bearish fair value gap. Seems like you paired it with some sort of retail pattern. I don't know what this is, but hey, that's a great annotation. So I'm assuming I'm not sure what you entered off, but your stop covers the 1 hour fair value gap high, which is good. If you're bearish, you don't want to see fair value gaps trade all the way through, right? So I like that narrative. And yeah, I mean, you caught a really good expansion. I don't know what time this was, 21:19. That's probably not Asia. It's probably something in your time. I like it. It's a good idea. I'm not sure what you were targeting. I think this low is a good target. And then this low, which I don't think we got. But just the two dealing range lows. That's a good trade, in my opinion. So we're slowly grinding. You see how slow it gets after we see the big move. Can you use first presentation in London? Yeah. In Norway, London was my target. In Norway, London, okay, fire, yeah. That's a good trade. I'd say the thing I like most about that trade is the fact that your stop loss covers the hourly fair value gap high. Because I don't think you're entering off something specific. You might be, but what's the blue FEG? It's just something I used to add a contract. Right. So we inversed. I added in the inversion. That's all. I took 2 losses and missed the winning trade. That's going to happen. What a daily CB. It's the daily, okay, simple terms, it's the daily bearish fair value gap. That's what it is. Let's just say that. Where are we headed? In my opinion, right here. But we could 10:34. Yeah, we got time. We could probably get there before lunch. Look at the trade I sent. It was after that one. First presentation. Is this from today? If you got in short today, yeah, I like that move to pre-market sell side. Targeting pre-market liquidity is always good. I'm not sure what you were aiming for. I feel like if you're going to take this counter... I mean, this is me. I was bullish. If you were bearish, then you should ignore what I'm about to say. But since I was bullish, if I was going to enter short, I'm just taking the 1R at sell side, you know? Instead of break even, I just take the money out. Because you're already counter trend, you know? You want to take it out at the low-hanging fruit if you're going to counter trend trade. And that's pre-market sell side, right? Like, you can't really ask for more than pre-market sell side. That's like, it's even good to get that. So for me, unless you're like really fixed on only 2R, then I guess. But if I were you, this is a great trade. I think you pay yourself, you know? If you're going to take the chance of counter trend trading, I think you just got to pay yourself, you know? But you were aiming for a good target, and it could have got there. The probability wasn't in your favor. Like I said, 40%. But it's fine. If we break the first presentation with 0 retracement, how do you trade these? If the risk to reward is good, blueprint, I'll take it. If the risk to reward is bad, I won't take it. We are bullish, little bro. You know, whoever started the little bro trend, fuck that guy, bro. Is essential plan training you? That's what I have. Today and yesterday felt like too good to be true. Yeah, I know what you mean. No, as simple as that. I kept longing gold. Past my FT mode challenge. They have been bearish all year. Nice, yeah. Love boy. Love boy is funny. That's funny as fuck. Took the same thing, trailed by S&P 500. Valid. Possible reversal. In my opinion, I don't think it's going to reverse, but don't take my word for it. Trust yourself more than trust me. That way you can improve too, you know. I'm not in a trade right now, no. I don't think I'll take anything else in the morning. I feel grateful to even have survived the morning after taking 2 losses, you know. How long to receive funded account with alpha features? Should be like 20-30 minutes. Do you or ICT have a good video on 950 macro? I do. I have a video on pretty much macro, yeah. I have a video on macros. In that video, I go over many examples of trades that formed in a 950 macro. I have a 48% consistently right now. I got to reach the 40% and get payout. It's going to be my first payout. I'm excited. It's good. Take a deep breath. Don't force it. Just keep trading good. It will reverse. Why were you bullish today? Higher time frame, order flow, weekly power of 3, and just the narrative built inside intraday price action. Someone said, how you're so calm, win or lose, explain how people could freak out before and after. I understand I'm just trading probabilities. If you can really, really get into the mindset that you're just, like this trade is just a number. It's just a probability. Like imagine I told you, oh, you push the button, okay, 45% chance of winning, or 55% chance, or 60% chance. You're not going to freak out if you lose. I already knew taking the trade that there's like a 40 to 50% chance you might lose, you know? I'm always thinking in probabilities. If you think in probabilities, nothing catches you off guard. The reason people get upset, in my opinion, is because they take trades not realizing that you might lose this trade, you know? They say that, oh yeah, I accept my risk, but you don't really consider the fact you might lose this next trade, you know? Every time I take a trade, I think I might lose. I'm always on my mind. Obviously, some trades better than none. I mean, better than others. But yap and lose. Actually, I'm up on the day. So I'm up on the day. I'm up on the month. I'm up on the week. I'm up on the week before. I'm up almost 10% on my live account. It's been a really good month for me so far. Yesterday, I saw ICT's live stream and he told me that New York Kilo starts from 7 a.m. to 10. Yeah, I saw that too. TTR lost 152K and bro, don't stress, losing is part of the game. I'm up on the day, guys. I'm not here. I'm here talking about people who said they lost and they can't deal with it properly. Stream on, yeah. If you want to grow content, streaming is a good way to go about it. I can't wait to move to Discord streams, though. I'm gonna be honest, bro. I've been doing this live streaming for like 2 years. You still watch ICT? Of course. Video idea, how to form training narrative. I do have it. It's inside my PO3 system series. I could probably make an updated video, but pretty much all the concepts I use are still there. It needs to retrace 50% range of New York session. It doesn't need to. That's just what you want to see. Do you have a statistic that says if we move X amount, we should retrace X amount? Probably not. You know, you trade PM session? I might trade PM today. Do you feel like the market is more manipulated now than it was years ago? I don't know if the word is manipulated, but WoW was 22 a lot easier. I'll be honest. Although I will say these last 3 days, price action has been amazing. I'm not gonna lie. Although we got tripped up here, that's kind of just my fault. Last 3 days, price action was amazing. If we keep getting price action like we did the last 3 days, we might be able to get a couple of payouts. You know, how do you feel about trading all-time highs? Sometimes good, sometimes bad. Are you still taking any trades for today? I will most likely trade PM session. Price action last couple days was a gift. Yeah, they gifted us price action, bro. So what do you think? Like, when does the kill zone start? Now I'm confused. I'll tell you what. I don't think it matters What matters to me is I'm always going to trade 9:30 open. I'm always going to use 8:30 open to help me depict morning session power of 3. I'm always going to look at pre-market from 7 to 9:30. Do I care really what time the most of the volume comes in? No, because I'm not going to trade it. I'm always going to trade the same. So I'm not even trying to think about it too much. I'm trading 9:30 open. To me, morning session is 9:30 to 1:30, or say 11:30 for lunch. Got operated on the first 2 trades too. Did you take the third one? Hey man, on my phone and futures, I need 3K to pass with a 50% rule. Make 1,600 on the first day. How do I pass? You're gonna have to make 1,600 on the next day, or lose 100 today and make 1,500 tomorrow. It's up to you. Bro, tell the alpha guys to give us 30% discount. I would like that, but right now I'm max funded, so it wouldn't really help me, So maybe I should wait till I take a max payout or something, and then. Last week Friday was also amazing. Yeah, Friday was good. I was in surgery, but it was pretty good before that big sell-off. I made 1,700 this morning, so I should pass. No, you made too much. Wait, you made too much. Take away 1,700, bro. Take away 100. If you lose 100, I think you pass. If you made 1,600 yesterday and 1,700 today, I'm pretty sure you want to lose 100 and then you pass. That's funny. After 5 months, I passed both phases. That's not bad, man. We are above 9:30, above 10, above midnight, above 8:30. We are in deep premium. Yeah, you're right. We're in very deep premium right now. It's a premium market. Is everything today learned to 2022? No. I use a lot of concepts from 2016, 2024, 2025, 2023. But you don't need them, to be honest. I got payouts with just 2022. Bro will never lose. Who, me? Shorting to long and a bad trade? Yeah. You were against probability. I'll say that. Could it have played out? It depends. If you had a really good risk to reward trade above 2R, then fine. Like, I'll tell you what, BA. There was a 40% chance we come here. Okay? 40%. So think about it like this. 4 out of 10 times, we will trade down here. So if you have a trade that's above 2R, it's worth it, actually. You'll be profitable, Even if you lose 6 out of 10, if the trade's 2R, you'll be profitable. So was it a bad trade? No. We did finish the day in profit. No, it wasn't a bad trade. We were so close to it. We just had a 15-minute SMT. Like I said, if you had good risk to reward to London low, how do you know 50%? I'll tell you how I know. I'll say it one time. On days with opening range gaps larger than 200 points, there's a 40% chance that we trade to opening range gap 50 before 11:30. Meaning, if London low was right here, by the way, that's why I'm able to say this. That guy needs to lose. It's right here. 40%. 40% probability chance that we trade to 0.5 org. I'm giving you guys like insane sauce right now. Like it's insane. Looking for a trade. I watch you live and Bites has been right like 95% of the time. I just wish I could understand the content. If it makes you feel better, I've been doing this for a really long time. I was in shorts from first presentation TP at London lows and just missed me. It was close. It was close. Like I said, if you had a good risk to reward trade from there, it's worth it. It's a good trade. If you had over 2R to London lows, that's a really good trade. In short position, what do you think? I think 1050 macro could see an opposing price run lower. What would I aim for? I don't think it's going to come all the way down here. I'm going to be honest. I don't even know what I would aim for. Probably just something small. Just inefficiency, maybe. Maybe look for a 1 deviation move lower. Trading tomorrow afternoon? Yep, I'll be trading tomorrow. In short position, what do you think? I think it's possible 1050 macro moves lower, but again, I don't like counter trend trading that much. If there's no FG at the moment. This one? How do you trust first presentation as an entry point after we got ran through multiple times? Because I'm not expecting price to come here. And the third time was the best. Like I said, it's just every time I take the trade, Noah, I know it's just probability, you know? I'm not thinking like, it's this time gonna hold or this time or this. I'm saying probability. Take the trade, 50% chance. Take the trade, 50% chance. Take the trade, 50% chance. As long as I manage my risk, it's probable. Did you collect data to know? Yes. I should enter short on previous day's high. Not a bad idea. Although this is like, I mean, compare this delivery to this. Yeah, you can. I mean, Discord's free, man. You can join, even if you can always leave if you don't like it. Gamble trade should be my new name. Very funny, bro. Nice, nice. Yeah. Daddy, what else you have coded? Like, what data do you have to give us a sauce to? I have a lot of stuff coded. A lot on opening range gaps. That's kind of what my main focus is right now. Does your Discord cover all ICT concepts? I have ebooks in there that will cover a lot. Across my YouTube and my ebooks, probably, yeah. Do you think it'll go up to the initial news highs today? News highs? What do you mean news highs? As long as the high probability draws higher, you will trust the other discount rate. Yep, exactly. It's like I said, it's not foolproof. It's not. It's not. I'm gonna be honest. This is kind of sloppy. Like if we really were bearish, it's kind of unfortunate we inversed here and here. You know, it is what it is. Most of the time, it's not gonna do that. I can tell that this is just it being sloppy. If you look at the S&P 500, it was a lot cleaner. It's also kind of like a light bulb moment. Like I realized as soon as I saw this candle, I was like, yeah, this is me jumping the gun. Like I see it way more clear now. You kind of realize, like I realized I made the mistake after 951 printed. I was like, yeah, you know, like I know 945 next 15-minute candle from 945 to 10 is likely to expand higher. So I realized like in my head, it's I've been in this scenario many times, so you get used to it right away. Oh, when Trump tweeted, yeah, I do think that's the draw. Exactly. Maybe not today, but that's what I'm looking for, higher time frame. Can you find the concept behind macros? Sure. How much in depth? This simply put, expect setups to deliver or form inside the macros. They're key times where you see price runs. Look at the last 3 days. Perfect example. Last 3 days. That's the simple way to put it. Now, why? It's hard to say why. In my opinion, the reason I believe personally that macros deliver is because on a candle closure, you're gonna either get a closure at the low like this, which means so if you close at the low, the next candle is likely to do this, take the low and sweep, which is what happened today. Or if the candle doesn't close at the low, the next candle is likely to just expand, if that makes sense. You're at that very key point in time of the candle where if it closes all the way down here, right, which is where did we close at 9:45? We closed here, so pretty much at the low. We sweep the low and then go into 10 a.m. 10 a.m. is there a power of 3? No, at 10 a.m. we just expand. Why? Because it already formed at 9:30. It's like that kind of idea, right? Simply put in terms, inside the macros, expect your setup to form. Inside the macros, expect a run to liquidity or inefficiency. That's it, you know? It's just a key time where price tends to, more often than not, run towards liquidity or inefficiency. What is the probability we take out 10 a.m. low? I have not run that statistic, and that is something I want to run. Can you actually send me a message? I'll write it down. I was curious how often from 10:50 to 12 fit to like 1 p.m. do we take out the 10 a.m. low? Like if we're bullish, how much do we come back to 10 a.m. low? I'm curious. Appreciate you, Robin. Take care, brother. After an expansion like that, focus on this way for afternoon. Exactly, right? We had a big run. We had a big run the whole day. When do you run those statistics? Where? Python. Python Mini Conda, it's called. Fun fact: purposely losing is exactly as hard as winning. I wanted to make a series where I traded bull flags only. I genuinely think I'd be profitable. But anyways, well, we're gonna call it a session. I'm gonna go to the gym. I want to trade PM session today. Honestly, grateful to even be in profit today. I'll make a trade recap. I guess I'll do that now. I'll record a trade recap, and then did I say like I'll say something clickbait like this trade had a 60% chance of playing out or something. I don't know. No, I don't go live for PM. Oh yeah, should we do a giveaway for anyone who stayed? Let's do it. Forgot about that. Thank you for reminding me. What's the best way to do this? I kind of want to milk some Twitter followers, if I'm being honest. Is that bad? Or should we just run it on YouTube? Um, okay. This is what we're gonna do. Let me make listen, first things first, if you want to join the giveaway, join the YouTube chat because that's where I can post links. So join the YouTube stream. We're gonna run the giveaway there. We'll give away 2 0 accounts, alpha futures, no activation fee. Um, let's do it. All right, 250K. Don't tell anyone, but only the people in stream get this. 250K, 0 counts, alpha futures. Okay, so first, I'll post it in here. So hop into YouTube live stream. Okay, question 1. YouTube handle. I'm gonna post the link in the YouTube. It's gonna be random. I'm not gonna just pick. Um, Short answer text required. I'm gonna make you guys follow my Twitter as well. Um, I don't want to go on Twitter. I'm gonna make you guys. I feel like it's fair. 250K counts for 1 Twitter follow, man. I think that's a good trade. It's a good trade. Uh, Checkbox. Yes. You don't have a Twitter? You gotta make one. Check my trade before you go. Which one? Did you post it in trading? Is it this one? It's a great trade, man. Oh, you got in at Asia. See, you probably understand that Asia low is likely to be safe. I like that. I was talking about that last night with some of my friends. Taking trades today. We took 3 trades, 2 losses, 1 win. We're slightly up on the day. Okay. Let's publish this. Publish. Shorten. Copy. All right. We'll run this giveaway till like. I'm gonna post it in here. Please be that. Okay. Pin it. Hold on. I'll put my Twitter in. Oh shit. Ah, I messed up. Hold on, hold on. Hold on again. I messed up. How do you, how do you like go down, man? I'm trying to giveaway link. I mean, it's at GatieTrades. You can't really go wrong. All right, I'll pin this. Place pin message. Giveaway link. Twitter access. Okay, there you go. Join the YouTube. Sign up. I'll give you guys like 5-6 minutes in case you have to make a Twitter. I know. I'm greedy. I don't care. I want Twitter followers because I want to grow on Twitter. And I post good stuff there, man. To be honest, I post pretty good stuff there. I post some stock stuff. I post some psychology stuff. Some trade executions, some quotes from books. It's pretty valuable, man. Ah, shoot! I didn't make it one limit per person. No, but it's okay. You know what? I'll remove all the duplicates. Don't put your name twice. Um, don't put your name twice because I'm just gonna have to remove it, and it's just gonna take long for everyone to deal with that. Everything's so mean. Third time funded pass and payout coming soon. I'm proud of you, bro. I love your New York Open last year. I got a really good idea of your advice. Yeah, man. I mean, I'll be live. YouTube handle is like the @. So your YouTube handle would be this one, like @INSSB. That way, no one can steal your name. Whatever the @ is, you know. If you want to join the giveaway, join it there. Please do not put your name twice. I'll start checking to see if anyone put their name twice. Yep, there is a giveaway right now happening. We'll do it for like 5 more minutes. I'm gonna be honest. I think some of you guys did not follow my Twitter, man. Actually, maybe some of you guys did. If we roll someone, I think people only went in one time. No, they can do multiple. Anyway, I made it one time now. I'll just make sure no one went in twice. What if our Twitter ad different? That's okay. Put your YouTube @. Your YouTube @. You only trade New York any other session? I can trade. I personally don't mind trading any session. My best session is New York. I don't have a time restriction. Sometimes I trade lunch. Sometimes I trade PM. Sometimes I trade the final 30 minutes, although it's kind of rare. All right, we'll go till like we're like 11:05. London, I can't trade. If I trade London, I'm screwed. We'll do 2 winners. I'll add you because you're a great mod. I'll add you too. You don't have to join. Hey, Unk. This indicates required question. Yeah, it means you have to put an answer there. Yes, there's a giveaway. I know exactly what I'll do. I'll just put all these names into ChatGPT and tell it to just make sure everyone name is already won. Your response has been recorded. Done or not? I can double check for you. Yep, I see you, Sonny. I see you. 2 for the winner. No, we'll do 2 winners, 1 each. I followed you. Appreciate you. How do you enter the giveaway? First, go to the YouTube stream. Follow me on Twitter, and then put your name in this form. We're gonna go to 11:05. Yep, it can be Alpha Ticks. Start. We're gonna do it 11:05. I'm just giving away two 50K zero accounts with Alpha Futures. There's not that many people. I mean, I don't think so. 4 minutes? I think it's like 3 minutes and 10 seconds or something. Your eyes hurt looking at the screen? After a couple hours, I just need drops. How to enter the giveaway? Go to the YouTube stream, click this link, and make sure you follow my Twitter as well. If I roll someone who doesn't follow me on Twitter, I will simply just re-roll. So yes, I am milking you guys, admittedly, for Twitter followers, because I would like to grow on Twitter. Will there be any more giveaways? I will do more giveaways. Yeah, we do multiple every month. What's your Twitter? Twitter is GatieTrade. How do we see the giveaway? I will show you guys the screen. Don't worry. Check for you. I see you. I see you at Malik Said T4V. Higher today? Yes, in my opinion. Did I submit? Yep, I see you. Appreciate you, Big Mike. Mike, did you put your name in the form? Can you open your X account so I can make sure I follow the right person? You know what, bro? I believe you. If you win, I'll give it to you, man. You probably did. I'm verified GatieTrades. It's got to be me. Yeah. Do I see your name? I think I did see your name. Yes. Danny to alive. Yes. Ona. I'm not gonna check every guy's name, guys. If it said submitted, then you're good. It will take a very long time to see every single person's name. Connor, I see you. Oh yeah, I didn't. You're in Nice. What's up? Andre, I see you on Twitter. Okay, let me show you guys how I'm gonna do this. So I think some people had some duplicate entries to start. It's my fault, to be honest. I don't blame you guys. So we're gonna make sure. I'm gonna show you guys exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna copy all the names from here. Are you serious, man? Too much responsibility. Okay, let's just link it to Sheets. Okay. So all these people said they followed. There's currently 126, 127. What we're gonna do, copy all the names. Okay. Copy. Then go to ChatGPT. Send me the list with no duplicates if there are any. Mike, are you V1? I'll make sure you're in, Mike. Abdul Trading Co, man. What is this, man? What is this, bro? GatieTrades? Two GatieTrades? Yo, are you guys my fakes, bro? Can I join? If you can make it in time. Anyone who can make it in time from when I send the list, I will add you. Okay, there. Final unique list. You put your Gmail? I don't know who GatieTrades is, man. Oh, I guess that was me. I didn't fill it out though. Alright. I think most part everyone's in here. So I'll put this list. Wheel name. Oh wait, let me add. Actually, yeah. Wheel of names. And I will add the last couple of people who joined the forum. Mike. Okay, where does this list end? You're still trying to get in. You got like 2 seconds. It ends at Mob 4 I think we ended at like 125. So I think Mike was the last one. I think. Okay, I know LB Trades is in there. Damn it. What number did I finish at? Yes. How is your YouTube handle? Yes. I think we're here. All right. Oh no, Max is in there already. Hold on. Max is in there. It was at Mike. Is there 2 mics? Okay, there's 2 mics. Is there 2 Marcos? Macros? Marcos? There's 2 Marcos. Wait, let me double check. Yes, 2 Marcos. The biggest meme of your life? Okay, everyone else is good. 1 HDA. Okay, everything else is good. There's probably like 2 people. No, you're in there, Mike. I added you twice by accident. That's why. Mike Pienda. I'm just making sure everyone's in one time. Can you add me? Yes, I can add you. Okay. These are the last 3 people. These are the last 3 people. Let me make sure IK is not in twice. Okay, so we're good. All right, we're spinning. We are spinning. Yes, you're good, Jay. If you're in here, I'll give it to you. Anyone on YouTube crashing out? Prestige, you're in there. Oh shit, Prestige won. How exciting. He's probably so happy. All right, one more winner. This is the last winner. Prestige, message me on Discord. I don't know who this is. Is this guy in chat? Erop, did you follow me on Twitter? I mean, even if he didn't, he's probably just gonna go follow me right now. So, all right. Well, those are the 2 winners. I will do more giveaways. So those 2 people message me on Discord. This is rigged by Israel. What does that even mean, bro? I'm Erop. Oh, you came over to YouTube? Wait, is it actually you too? I'm gonna trust the Erop on YouTube. Wait, let me get messages on you guys from on Discord, so I know it's you guys before I end the stream. Can you guys message me on Discord now, so I know it's you? Message me something that I will know it's you. You know, like put a number in chat and then message me that number, for example. This is you. Okay, pre-read is you. Okay. You're up. Just okay, good. I got you. You're up. All right. So these 2 people, I'll get you guys an account. Just send me your email with Alpha Futures, and I will get you that account. It's already done. It's done. I got the people on Discord. We're gonna do more giveaways, guys. Don't worry. We're gonna do more giveaways, and we're gonna do a lot more giveaways actually. And I appreciate you guys coming through to the live stream. We did end green. I think we took 3 good trades. I already removed the names. The reason I don't want to do that anymore, Noah, is because last time everyone crashed out on me for not giving the guy the account. I'm not even gonna do it to myself. This is only account on TikTok, and I appreciate you, Elena. Message me on Discord, Elena. Message me on Discord. Justice for the guy. One more roll, even though they don't win. Oh, I did that to you? Was that you? I mean the people that... Yes. Anyways, I appreciate you guys coming through. I will see you guys live tomorrow. Tomorrow, hopefully we can trade the live account again. Today we didn't get a chance to trade the live account. Well, I got a chance. I just chose not to trade it because of price action. I appreciate you guys coming through. I'm going to go straight to the gym, try to trade PM session. I'll tell you guys what I'm looking for in PM session. It's probably going to be longs or nothing. But if you guys have any questions, message me on Discord. Last thing I will say is I'm also giving away 2 iPads. I'm giving away 2 iPads. However, this is a code giveaway. So if you use my code in Alpha Futures, send me a message on Discord. I'll give away 2 iPads. So just send me a message. It's going to be like a month giveaway. It's going to end in October. You might as well enter if you use my code. So just message me if you did. I will add you. And besides that, I appreciate you guys coming through. I will see you guys live tomorrow, exact same time. I'll post my analysis for PM session in the Discord. And I'll see you guys next time.